All right. Shalom, Israel. This is the Isupk coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the Commanding General Yohana. I'm Officer of 1,000 Live Gun. Today we have an Isupk Law Class, and our topic for today is hate is the foundation of destruction. Right? You understand that word hate got a lot of different meanings to it. And the beautiful thing about that word is it can be used for you and against you, right? If you come at it in a certain way, that word can be used in actually a righteous way. I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but it's a fact, right? And we're going to show you that through the scriptures of the Bible how that can happen, right? But first of all, we're going to talk about the bad ways that you can hate someone, right? The things that have destroyed our community with the blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, how hate has destroyed us. From the beginning of time, that's been basically the root of sin. Hating and being angry with somebody or something envious is the root of a lot of sin. Why we cannot come out as hellhole we in a lot of times. And how we come against each other in a whole lot of times. Right? First one I want you to get me, Marad, give me Matthew 5 and 21. 5 and 21, right? Because basically that word hate, it's gonna sound crazy, but being a hater, being a player hater is a sin, right? Things like that. And we will show, I'm gonna show you where that spirit comes from. The spirit comes from also called oppressor. A lot of people don't understand that, right? Give me that Matthew 5 and 21.
Oh, because the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill.
Right. Thou shalt not kill. That's a commandment to not kill. But I'm going to show you how Christ tapped into where the root of killing comes from. Right? Wanting to kill someone or harm someone always comes from what? A feeling, an emotion that hits your brain, and you didn't go to anybody or you went to the wrong person and got counsel from them. You went to somebody who was just as hateful as you were in that situation. Said, yeah, man, that nigga hating on you. Yeah, man, you do something about that. Yeah, man, that ain't cool. That's what you did. That's what happened. It always happened. Or you went to nobody, convince yourself you were right. Couldn't nobody tell you nothing different. So that's what Christ said. It has been said. Because it has been said when you got the killing. Once you kill that person, it really don't matter what your reason for. Right? The scriptures would have been murder. Really, murder is the word we want to be looking for. Because sometimes there's a time to kill. Right? Self-defense, stuff like that. Times of war. This would be considered like a murderous situation, right? That's what it is in the Hebrew. The word is instead of thou shalt not kill, in the Hebrew is thou shalt not murder, and there's a reason for it. Right? Murder is premeditated. So that's what it's talking about. Thou shalt not murder. Go ahead.
Okay. And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment.
Right. You're in danger of getting the judgment. We got that in the spiritual realm and in the law of the world. You murder someone. You cannot you have no control of what the consequences is gonna be, right? You murder someone, you gotta go, you either gonna get away with it or not, right? You really not in control of it. You don't know who saw you, you don't know about the evidence, you don't know her, right? You may or may not get off. There's people that murder someone and got away, you are held up to the mercy of the judgment. Or however that go, right? Go ahead.
Verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause.
If you are angry with your brother, that's where the murder starts at. Being angry with your brother without even having a real cause for that. That cause in your mind will be, he's doing better than me. She's doing better than me. Most of the time is they have something that I want. That's what people got to realize. A lot of times that hate, that anger, that breeds in the hate comes from being envious of that person. Or that person, you may be having some type of trauma or some kind of trigger going on with you. That person taps on that trigger. People, a lot of times we walk around in this earth thinking people are supposed to know something wrong with you. Right? Nobody knows your demon, what your demon is. You may walk in a room and if somebody don't stop, give you eye contact when they shake your hand, you think this person got a problem. Or that person might could have had a lot of things on their brain. They could have just got a horrible phone call and were like, they shook your hand and kind of, yeah, I know you're supposed to look a man in the eye every time. But sometimes you're having a bad day. That man might be having a lot going on. And the fact that he got and shook your hand and said, how you doing is enough. Or he said shalom to you. Or he saluted you. He may not have stood there and gave you a long conversation. Because you got demons in your brain. And you got triggers. Oh, he got a problem with me. Why nigga ain't say that? Why he just said something to me and kept going? Why he walked past me and went over talking to them? This happens on a regular basis. That anger, that's an anger without cause because that person didn't really do anything to you. They just rubbed you a wrong way based off how you think. That person won't even know you got a problem with them. That's anger without cause, which is a sin. Which breathes into you most of the times. You go into another person that you think don't like them, and then you're talking about this person. When you posted when he did what? You talk about this every week. Do what? You posted, went to that brother straight up and said, hey, we got a problem, we good? Right? If you won't be a coward about how you move, you can go up to a person if you think this is an issue and you want to address it, just go and have a conversation with them. They'll let you know. If you got their phone number, you can pick the phone up and say, hey, what's going on? Just checking in on you. If they start talking regularly, if they say, hey, well, yeah, man, I ain't really feeling you about this, y'all can talk about it now. Instead of you doing what most people do is going to social media or going to another person or sitting up in your house in your demons. And Lord help people that let drugs get involved. You know, you let drugs get involved with your daily thought process on how you deal with people. This is hating your brother without cause. And that destroys communities. That is why people of color mainly, Israelites, blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, cannot come together. In the simplest thing. The simplest thing will cause things to fall apart. Because everybody thinks the next person is hating on them. And sometimes that person not hating on you. That person may have other things going on. You and that person may not have had the right conversation yet to get to understanding. Right? Go ahead.
It's locking, sometimes, man, it be that pride getting in the way.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It keep you from even speaking to the next
brother.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might live there, go to a brother, never even spoke to the brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, y'all come out the door, you looking at each other up and down. He got pride, you got pride too.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it goes on and on.
Right, exactly. And it never fails. If you stay somewhere, that's a good example. Because living in your neighborhood, if you have an issue with someone, I guarantee it's going to be a time that you're going to have to speak to that person.
Right.
You're going to need to ask that person. I'll ask every person, me personally, every person on this block, I went to them about something. Okay, well, I asked the question, right? At some point in time, that's on purpose. Because they can always come, I want them to come there to ask me something. You always want to have that open door with your people. Right. We don't focus enough on having an open door policy with communication. And that breeds sin. Because that sin leads to you hating your brother without a cause. A lot of people, you sit down and ask them why they don't like somebody, it's something very frivolous. Right. It's never, what did this person actually do to me? What did this person say to you? There's never anything like that. Hold on, somebody. It's always something. Shalom, she says an echo. Hold on 1 second. Huh?
You don't mute.
Slaga says, is it still an echo?
Yeah.
Let me know if it's too wild now. It's gonna be a slight echo on that phone, just a little bit. All right, so let me know if you can hear me or not. All right. Yeah, but it's always gonna be something very small. And if it is something they actually did, there's always a conflict resolution that can be done with every situation. All right. And we have to understand it, right? And we got to stop being so willing to go to war with each other. Now keep reading that.
Okay. And whosoever shall say, without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
In danger of that judgment. Now let's go. I mean, who knows the very first instant where a man had a problem with another man without cause? Who's the very first instance in the Bible we could think of? You got something?
Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel. Let's get it. That's Genesis chapter 4. Let's get it. That's the very first instance. Right? People want to keep discrediting this Bible, but we're gonna Genesis chapter 4. You're gonna discredit this Bible, but you're going through the same emotions that's in Genesis on a regular basis. That's why your murder rate in your city goes up because of things like this. And the spiritual part about it is the people that hate the other person, man, when you hate someone and it's unjust, you will lie about it. You will lie in your heart about it. You will tell yourself you have a valid reason for not liking this other person. When the truth is, they just are doing something you haven't figured out yet. Right? Or they're just not like you. Everybody's not meant to be alike. Everybody has their own gifts, their strengths, and weaknesses, and we gotta respect that. Right? But we'll see a celebrity, of course, and we want to forgive all of their flaws because they're so-called the ones who are lifted up in front of you. But you don't want to forgive your brothers and sisters right in front of you. That is a sin. If you don't want to understand how important sin is, look at your life. Look at the very things that is depressing you on a daily basis. I guarantee a sin is connected to it right now. I guarantee it. If you come honest about anybody about what's going on, what you not like, I help you find a sin. Right? I help you find a sin. Right? It's right there. If you're not sinning, then guess what? That's the Lord testing you. That's how simple life can be when you're following the laws of God. But if you're not, chaos is ensuing in your life, and actually we can show you why. All right, keep going.
You want to get
You give me that Genesis chapter 4. I think it's verse 4.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And this is Genesis chapter 4, verse 4. And Abel, he also brought up the firstling.
Give me three. Start with 3.
Oh, okay, verse 3. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering to the Lord.
Right.
And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock.
Right. So Cain and Abel brought their offerings to the Most High God. They brought what they thought was the best thing to offer the Lord. Right. Keep going.
And of the fat thereof.
Right.
And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
Right.
But verse 5.
So the Lord respected what Abel brought to. Now remember, at this time, there was no written law about what the exact thing was to bring. Right? So guess what? Abel brought what he felt like the Lord would appreciate the most. Cain brought what he felt like the Lord would appreciate the most. This is more of a really damn little guessing game, right? Right, am I correct?
Okay.
There was no written law of what exactly to bring. He brought his best that he thought the Lord would respect. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Okay. And Abel, he also brought Oslaki. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and his offering, verse 5.
Right.
But unto Cain, and to his offering, he had not respect.
The Lord didn't respect what he brought, man. That's almost like somebody having a song that you listen to. You put your all into that song, and your song, you felt like, okay, everybody gonna hit, they gonna love this. Or something simple than that. Somebody make a post on Facebook, say, hey, I'm gonna get 1 million likes on this, right? Something simple like that. That's really what how boiled down how much hate we got for each other. We hate each other off of posts sometimes, right? So let's say one person posts something. You might that was some simple thing. That wasn't nothing deep to that, but he get like 5,000 views. You might post something that is wise, is on point, is everything. You get 2. You automatically, if you ain't got the Lord with you, you're gonna be like, what the hell? You're gonna hate that person. That's what's going on right now in the earth, social media.
Right.
This that simple. You be like, man, why everybody always like you? What this nigga? Blah, blah, blah. I took the time to get the history and what I posted.
Right.
I got 2 likes. So instead of you looking at, okay, if you really want to captivate social media, figure out how to captivate social media. Don't look at that brother or that sister and say, you hate them. That was the spirit that was going to happen with this man right here. Keep going.
Come on. And Cain was very wroth, and his conscience had failed.
Right.
Verse 6.
He was very wroth. That means he was very angry, and his conscience means his whole spirit. His spirit failed. I mean, he was like, ugh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy conscience fallen?
Right. And the Lord said, what's wrong with you? Why are you so angry? The Lord did not say that he was going to punish you or nothing. He just said, I didn't have respect for what you brought from me. I want you to do better. It could have been a compliment. It's like you coming in with a report to somebody and they saying, hey, I know you can do better. I don't respect it. I know what you can do. If he's thinking positive, he could have said, you know what? Let me go back to the drawing board and get better at what I'm doing. Right? But instead, he was like, nah, man, that was the best I could do. She didn't went to the bathroom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, keep going.
Come on. Verse 7. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted?
Right. He said, if you do well, shall you not be accepted? Right? Keep going.
And if thou dost not well, sin lie at the door.
What? Read that again.
And if thou doest not well, sin lie at the door.
So what he's saying right now, you're not putting forth your best effort about what you're doing. You're angry at this man. What the Lord just said.
Sin lie at the door.
Sin lie at the door. Because you finna hate this man. Lord already knew the spirit. Man, it's all connected, man.
Right.
He hating on that man because the Lord liked something that he did. Because he didn't take his time to figure out what his Lord liked. There's ways, if you follow these scriptures, you can learn. If you learn the laws of God, right, you will learn what the Lord hates and don't like. You will almost be able to you can figure out when you're pissing off the Most High God. He's a man of war. He's about brotherhood and sisterhood. He wants you to love your brother and hate your enemies, right? He hates the false way. If you picture that, you will know when you're pissing the Most High off. You got to take the time to figure out whatever you're trying to conquer in life. You take the time to figure out what pleases it and what don't. Instead of getting mad at a person who you think just getting away. They might have figured out something you didn't figure out yet. Right? But that hatred toward that person, what lies at the door?
Sin lies
at the door. Keep going.
Okay. And to thee shall be his desire.
Right.
And thou shalt rule over him.
Right. And that sin gonna rule over you. Because you're gonna start off with the anger. You go to the hate. Let's see what's next. Keep going.
Okay, verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass when they were in the field.
Right. He said they're talking to this brother. His brother not talking to him. Didn't rush him or nothing. Just talking to him. Keep going.
And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
He rose up and just slew him. Now Abel we don't have no scripture of Abel saying that to offend him or doing nothing to Abel. Abel probably loved his brother. Didn't say nothing. He's just talking to his brother, and he got killed. This is happening in 2025 right now. This is happening on a regular basis. Now, we ain't got to go into the breakdown, but I'm going to tell you right now, the spirit of Cain is the so-called white man.
Right.
You break that down when you know he got that mark on his skin, that leopard skin. Hey, this is the beginning of that. This is the beginning of that spirit that led to Esau, led to the people that hate us today. Right? So the key thing you want to take from that story is the Lord said, if you do well, you do what you're supposed to be doing, you ain't got to worry about hating your brother.
Right.
I'm gonna give you another example. Give me 1 Samuel. Salakia. 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter. Yeah, 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter. No, so like go to 18 and 22. 18 and 22. We're gonna go to then we're gonna go to 15 chapter. (18 and 22). First Samuel 18 and 22. Go ahead and read.
This is First Samuel chapter 18, verse 22. And Samuel commanded his servants.
Make sure you read it clear and nice and slow.
Saying, commune with David.
With David.
With David, and say, behold, the king has delighted in thee.
Right.
And all his servants love thee. Now therefore be the king's sons-in-law. Verse 23.
Right, so this is King Samuel, right, telling David that he's delighted in him, right? Keep going.
Verse 23. And Saul's servants spake those words in the ears of David. And David said, seeing it to you a light things to be king's sons-in-law.
Right, so he's telling him he wants to be his son-in-law. Sounds good, right? Let's keep going.
Seeing that I am poor man and lightly esteemed.
So David is saying, in this situation, I'm a poor man. I can't afford your daughter. That's basically what he's telling him, right? I'm a poor man. What can I do besides pay you money? Because David was a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was a YN.
Right.
He was out here slanging. He was about that life, and he had no money. Right? Keep going.
Verse 24. And servants of Samuel told him, saying, on the matter spake David. Verse 23. And Samuel said, thus shall ye say to David, the king desired not any dowry.
He said he don't want no money from you. He said the king said he don't want no money from David. I'm gonna give you a mission to go on. Go ahead.
But 100 for skins of the Philistines.
Yeah, he said I don't want no money. Give me 100 of the foreskins of the Philistines. Right? Keep going.
To be average of the king's enemy.
Right.
But Saul thought to make David fall by the hand of the
but Saul.
Philistines.
Read again. Saul.
But Saul thought to make David fall by the hand of the Philistines.
But it was a setup. See, this is after David killed Goliath, right? David had got a name for himself. So his name ringing out. Everybody like David, that's the man right there. That's gonna be everybody already said that's the next king. Saul knows this. His mind, he knows this, that he's the next king. Saul was young enough to reign for 30 or 40 more years. But he already seen his replacement. this brother is done the Lord's work, and he's damn near perfect in everybody's eyes. Let me just kill him. This happens a lot of times too. People that have more power than a smaller person. What spirit is that? That's the spirit of the oppressor today. That's what Donald Trump trying to worry about. Food stamps and everything, DEI. He uphill. He's trying to weed out the problems down there. He think the problem down here because he don't want to get to him. That's the same spirit Saul was in. That spirit, sometimes spirit, a lot of our brothers, they got money in. A lot of times, a black man, a rich black man is the worst thing to have to black people. Right. Because what he'll do, his concern is making sure he got a level separated. He don't want to be with all of us here. So what's special about him now? Right? He want to keep it this right here. So of course he got to be a part of oppression, of hate. No matter, even if this brother, the person that you're trying to hold down is better suited for what you really want. Right? If you're over a situation and a man below you is better for that situation, you can't. That's a sin. You're showing that brother hate if you do anything to stop him from growing, even if it outgrows you. Because the program always, like they say, ain't nobody bigger than the program, right? Right. When you got a bigger picture, ain't nobody bigger than the program. Whoever's suited for the job. So the Saul wasn't looking at it. Saul was like, I got to stop him now. That's why he set him up and told him, I want you to have my daughter. I don't want no money from you. I want you to go out and kill all these Philistines, thinking the Philistines was just going to kill him. What happened? Keep going.
Come, verse 26. And when his servants told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son.
That nigga David got happy. What you gonna do with a nigga like that? That nigga got happy. He told him, no, you ain't got to give me no money. Go out there and knock off all of the west side. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to the west side and bring me back 200 heads. Right. He got happy. That's what he would do. That's a real warrior right there. I ain't got to pay you no money. I just got to go knock these niggas. All right, boom. Some Africans? All right. That's what happened. He was already in his mind like, okay, I got her. Have her ready when I get back. You know, go on, get her cleaned up, get her a nice dress. I'll be back. Keep going.
Come. And the days were not expired.
His days were not expired when he didn't die. Keep going.
Verse 27. Wherefore David arose and went, and he and his men and slew of the Philistines.
So like that scripture, it said his days, the day did not expire. That means David went that day. He said the day didn't expire. I mean, he told him this at 6:59. He was over there knocking them off at 7:15. So the sun went down. Keep going.
Okay. And slew all the Philistines 200 men.
He killed 200 men. Took his soldiers with him. Killed 200 men.
Wow.
Right.
He ended up getting more than what it was.
Exactly. He earned it. He's like, I'm gonna do that easy. Right? Keep going.
Okay. And David brought their first foreskins, and they gave them in full tale to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law.
Right.
And Saul gave him Michal, his daughter to wife.
Right. Had to keep his word. Keep going.
Verse 28. And Saul saw and knew that the Lord was with David, and that Michal, Saul's daughter, loved him.
Right. Hold on. I can't even. Okay, you say that better. I don't know why I had the damn comments on. All right, go ahead.
So, verse 29. And Saul was yet to the more afraid of David.
Right.
And Saul became David's enemy continually.
So read that again.
So, and Saul was yet the more afraid of David. And Saul became David's enemy continually.
He became his enemy continually. That's hate. He basically saying he hated him continually because this brother went out and did something you told him to do. But instead of dying, he succeeded. It's obstacles put in front of you at your job, or somebody wants you to get fired. It's things that people don't expect you to do when you come from a certain place where you're born at. And then when you do it, it's going to be some hate. That's the world we live in. Instead of that person saying, damn, man, thank you for doing that. Congratulations. Here, let me give you this. You know, he should have been proud to have a brother that went and did that as his son-in-law, but instead he kept looking at what he finna lose. So that made him he wanted that brother dead. Now, let me show you how Saul could have avoided even worrying about this. Go back to 1 Samuel 15. Go to 1 Samuel 15 and 4.
Good. This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 4. And Saul gathered the people together.
Make sure it's the right one. No, go up to. No, go start at 1. Start at 1. Salaki.
Okay. This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be the king over his people.
Right. It's always a cause and effect that causes you to prevent from being a hater. People that hate other people is something that you end not doing. That you end up hating the next person because they argue. That's where they usually come from. That's how we can't build in our communities. That's why it's a sin. It prevents building a nation. Keep going.
Come. Over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the word of the Lord.
Shalom, y'all. Shalom, Shad, Jacob, Brother Joe Walker. Shalom, y'all. Star Joe Walker. I see you. All right, keep going.
Verse 2. Thus thou say the Lord of the hosts. I remember that which Amalek did to Israel.
Yeah, these people actually did something to Saul's people. Amalek. Right? Keep going.
How he laid wait for him.
He laid in wait for him in the way.
When he came up from Egypt.
So when he say laid in wait, this is the time Amalek tried to kill us. When we passed through Egypt, Amalek tried to destroy us. If you don't know, Amalek is the so-called Jewish man. Same people that got our heritage right now, they've always hated us. We tried to pass out of Egypt, they tried to kill us. Right? So the Lord, now that we're on top, we got us a kingdom. The Lord said, I ain't forget that. The Lord said, let's get some get back for our ancestors. He's telling him, he's going to tell him to go and destroy everything Amalek. From the grandfather to the baby. He don't want no urns. He don't want their money. Destroy it. Keep going.
Okay, verse 3. Now go and smite Amalek and truly destroy all they have, and spare them not.
He said, spare nothing, spare not. That means everybody got to go. Everything and everybody got to go. You leave with blood on your sword. That's what he's telling him. Let's keep going.
Come. But slay both men and women, and suckling
infant and suckling and ox and sheep, everything. Right?
Camel and ass.
Right. See, he want everything gone. He don't keep nothing. Keep going.
Come, verse 4. And Saul gathered people together and numbered them in telling.
Now jump. I want you to drop down to drop down to 8. The Lord said he killed everything. Right. Let's see what Saul did. Let's see why Saul ended up being this hateful man. Let's go.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 8. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive.
He did what?
He took. He said
Agag.
the king of the Amalekites, alive.
He took him what? He took him alive. Now didn't Lord just say kill women, children, ox? What the hell he doing keeping a man alive? A man? One man. Keep going.
And
This was an order. You were just given the kingship. You were given the rule of Israel. Everything you asked for. Lord said, kill everybody. Saul decided to do what? Keep this man alive. Keep on.
and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
Right.
Verse 9. But Saul and the people spared Agag.
But Saul and the people did his own thing. Spared Agag. And what else?
And the best of the sheep. And the oxen.
And what else?
And the fattenings.
Keep going.
And the lamb. And all of that was good.
All that was good in who eyes? Who eyes is it all that's good? Is it good in the Lord's eyes?
Wow.
It's good in Saul's eyes. So it's safe to say that Saul chose intentionally to go what he thought was best. Don't that sound like what Cain did?
Okay.
Instead of him learning the Lord. Now this time, this has made Saul even worse because they had written laws. You had a man coming to you. Cain really didn't have that. He just half-assed the Lord, right? He thought he was gonna get away with it, right? This man Saul had the laws of God, and he had a prophet coming to him, telling him what to do. He had the whole blueprint. But he decided to keep this man alive because he thought it was good, right? So that lets you know. And then this is what led to what? What Saul did. Then go drop down to 10.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 10. Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, repent me that I have set my Saul to be king.
Right. So Saul repented for that because he felt like this man ain't listening to you. So understand, this action that Saul did is what led to King David becoming king. So Saul, not following the law of God, expected to still get what he think he deserved. He hated on another brother for doing what the Lord said, was don't be a coward, do everything I say to do. And that time, David was a pure, perfect young man that was a killer too. He was a warrior that feared the Most High. He was a man after the Most High's own heart. Of course, he grew older and made the mistake that this time, David was untouchable. Because he followed the Most High God, he wasn't scared of nothing. If he told David to go, it's like he told David to go get them Philistines, David would have killed everything. And guess what? Saul doing this is the reason that we have Jewish men here today taking our heritage. That's how powerful him not following them. You talk about one man. Agag kept the Amalekites alive to be the Jewish man in 2025. You gonna tell me this Bible ain't real, man?
Right.
You gonna tell me these scriptures ain't right in our faces? Shalom, Yahweh, Shalom, check the power, Chukwu, the bar, Yahweh. Understand? You gonna tell me the Bible ain't real, man? Agag was the forefather of the Jewish man. He took him out. That's what our heritage would be free to grab, right? Jewish man would have got us back in 600 AD. When they run, it wouldn't have been no Amalekites. Lord wanted them gone. We put ourselves in a situation where we're fighting for our heritage in 2025. Right. But you want to hate on David. See, you got to look at the smallest little order given now can affect later on. Mm-hmm. And he didn't look at it. Him not following that order cost him being the ruler of Israel. He had everything he wanted. So why hate on this young man when you could have just followed what the Lord said in the first place? If you did what the Most High said, you would have just had a soldier. David still would have existed, but he would have been your right-hand man. You could have ruled for 40 years, David was your right-hand man. Right. Them scriptures of great wars could have been about you and David. instead of David. Who was David's right hand man? I forgot. Was it Absalom? I forgot who it was. Whoever was David's right hand man. David had a lot of killers, but he was the main killer. You know what I'm saying? So this is connected how it can bring about destruction because he hated that brother when he could have prevented even being in that situation, man. That's what we got to realize. Your hatred for a brother and sister is rooted in something that you haven't quite addressed yet. Because you're not around real brotherhood and sisterhood for one thing. You know, that's usually what hurts you. Or you're not getting counsel from the brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
So Saul was hating on the brother because he seen David was following them orders, the same type of order he was giving.
Right.
But he didn't follow all the way through with the orders.
Right. David was not afraid to risk it all.
Right.
David was basically a young man out of a low income area that had more courage than Saul did. And he saw how everybody gravitated to David.
Right.
Everybody, when David killed Goliath, man, imagine how, shout out to Calvin got this out. He made an animation about this the other day on his. He got a new page, everybody. It's an animation of what happened with David and Goliath. That's exactly how that went. He went to this man. Imagine a young boy. Imagine Kadash. All us outside, and it's some Africans outside that's 6 feet tall. He pull up with I guess he would Cal said with a switch. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he ain't scared to go toe to toe. And he go out there and spray him and knock their head off in front of us. We're gonna look at him like he the one. Right. From a young age, that's what happened. They looked at him like he was the one. And he continued. It wasn't no one-time thing. He kept that spirit up. You know what I'm saying? He loved his nation. He loved his brothers. Right? And now he wants your daughter. How can you deny him your daughter? He should have wanted him to have his daughter, but he's such a hater. And that's what brought up. Just like when they told Cain in Genesis, that's what won't bring about sin. That's what brought about sin in Saul. Now you want to kill. Now you hate your brother. Now you're angry with your brother without real cause. You thinking you right in your head don't mean you right about hating somebody else. That's without cause. You have to get counsel about. It's reasons that black men have done things to make it on the man be angry with you. If you're a child molester, I'm angry with you. If you a senseless murderer or a drug dealer or liar, there are things, a scammer. I have reason to be angry with you. I can't be angry with you because your boots finer than mine. Or your car nicer than mine. You got a prettier woman or you got more wives than me. That's anger. But in my head, if I think I need real counseling and help about hating you about things you have. Right. That's not a cause. That's an emotion that you got that need to get checked. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's get and that lets you know what the whole relationship between what happened between Saul and David. It was mere hate. Period. Point blank period. You can reduce it down to that word, hate, and it brought about sin. That's why you got to check that spirit. You say you don't like it, brother. Why? Ask yourself that. Then go to counselor. If you think you have that's what counsel is for. Right? That's what it's for. That's why the earth needs. That's why the earth needs the Isupk. Somebody to say you're wrong, brother. I've been in counsel, but brother, a brother will think that, or I will think that you're wrong. You should have done that. Take that counsel, man, and gain your brother. That's how you do it. See, Saul was put in that position to where he even had a prophet coming to him that he didn't want to take the counsel. See, Saul not taking the counsel, now you're going to get kicked out. That's what happened to Saul. Because you don't want to take the counsel, now the Lord, he's going to find your replacement. Your replacement coming. That's how they go. You get the counsel, you don't like it, all right. These young niggas finna take that counsel. He's finna run, he's finna be in the history books forever. We're gonna talk about him in 2025. We gotta talk about you being a dumb hater. Right. You gotta think what you want your legacy to be. And that can start from your emotions taking over your thought process. Right? Right? Give me now let me tell you a situation that also David told you. That the Lord, the word hate, we can tap into also how hate is a good thing, right? Because David also mastered hating the right people. See, if Saul would have hated the Amalekites the way he hated David, he wouldn't have had that problem. If the hate is an emotion that you can be used. The Lord hates. We see things all through the Bible that the Lord hates. What's an example of somebody giving you something the Lord hates? Anything. For people that think hate ain't in the Bible, let's give it for them. Something basic.
Like the Lord hates.
Takes a lot. If you got it, make sure you got it before you say it. Anybody?
Say that.
Takes a lot. What you got?
It's like smoking.
Yeah, give me a scripture. That's true. But give me a specific scripture. Smoking is more taking care of your temper. That's right. But give me something people specifically say you hate. One specific.
So
Go ahead.
say he hate Esau.
You get Romans 9:13. Let's get it. For the ones that ain't never read it. Hold that and give me Romans 9:13. That's a perfect one. Right? Because the Lord does hate things.
Right.
That's not a bad word, but it can be a bad word if you're in the wrong spirit. If you're thinking about it in a selfish way. So everything that Cain and Saul and everybody in the scripture that had hate in a selfish way, it was all about personal gain, personal glory, personal fame. That's why that level of hate led to sin, but it's also a righteous hate that can help you and your people. And if Saul would have had that, he could have gained a brother. If Cain would have had that, he could have learned from his brother and probably been better than his brother. If you're an unrighteous bastard, that spirit ain't gonna be in you. Keep going.
Oh, God. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 14. 13. 13. As it is written, Jacob have I heard, look, have I loved.
Wait, that's my favorite, so you gotta read that nice and loud.
Come. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Esau have I hated. I know what Kevin, I was trying to say, Esau have I hated.
Right.
I used to love it.
Right.
Because I never read that scripture like I got in Isupk. And understood that. The Lord hates. There are people that he hates. There are things that he hates. I'll give you another one. Give me Amos 4:6. Is that Amos? I hate your feast days. Is that it? I could be saying the wrong one. No, I think Amos 4:6 is lack of knowledge. Let me see. I hate, I despise your feast days. If you got it online, give it to me. I know what I'm talking about. Amos 5:21. Amos 5:21.
Okay. The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
That's the Lord saying he hates things. We just gave you an example of people that he hates because of their wicked ways, not because they're white, but because of the wicked ways that they do. He made them a certain way. He hates how they are. Right? He hates the feast days because those same people forced him on our people, break up families, keep them poor. And they got nothing to do with him. Nothing. You can't make them about him. You can't say your grace and make them about him. It's not the holidays he gave us. Right? He hates those. So it's a righteous hate. Right? That's something we have to understand. Now, give me Psalms 139:21.
Okay. The book of Psalms 139, verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee?
Right. Do I not hate them that hate me? This is David talking. This is a brother who had righteous hatred for his enemies, people that was really his enemies. Right? Now, if you understand the context of that, he's talking about people that are not Israelites.
Right.
Right? Now, David had to slew a bunch of Israelites. Let's not get it twisted. He had to go to war with some evil brothers that was trying to stop the work of the Lord. Right? Just like we might have to battle brothers. This is more of a spiritual and verbal thing now. But, we at war with other camps in terms of doctrine and what people believe is a true Israelite. And the way Israelites are coming out right now, Israelite community is under attack because of other brothers who are doing wicked things. There's a spirit in the earth right now that's coming at the eyes should we can, where you might be like, oh, what's going on? This is we at war. We're gonna have brothers who fall to the wayside. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, fall week, get mad. Want to go live and be mad about little stuff all the time that you should have been dealt with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stuff you've been holding in all your life.
Right.
That ain't our problem, man. That's what if you put your sword down, put your sword down and go on about your business.
Right.
The one thing you cannot deny is this work save your life. I don't care what you're doing right now. The years you were in this truth, you know it saved your life. For whatever reason now, you can't look back and say it was for nothing. You just mad. Right? You're mad, you're angry, you're hurt, whatever you want to call it, you're hurt. Don't let it become hate. Because guess what's going to happen? It's going to lead you to sin. You're going to find justification for your sin. You hating people that don't hate you. David said, what? Do I not hate them that hate me? Your brothers don't hate you. Your brothers didn't know what the hell was going on with you. Right?
Okay.
Your enemy, oppressor, they hate you. They hate you. From birth. They hate that you alive. They hate that you alive, brother. The white man really just has really at this stuff. They need us gone. They got everything they need from us. You know that, right? It's beneficial for them also to diminish in numbers right now. They got everything. The earth is, the resources are drawing up, the money's drawing up. If you ain't in that war, getting ready to go to war, they don't really want you getting ready to go to war. They want you to just sit around. They want you to just send money in. It's your money, right? Well, it's your money, right? It's gone. The money there, right? Used us up. They've used us up. Can't put us back in slavery. You got brothers killing police officers in retaliation. It's gonna get to a point where their mind gonna say the earth is better out there. Go ahead.
So like I want to say, but they, the white man is such a lazy bastard.
Yeah.
He needs us regardless.
Nah, what I'm saying is he needs us to be, like I said, you're not in that war.
Right.
Or doing something benefit his pockets.
Right.
What's your purpose?
Come.
Forget you being a human being.
Right.
And deserving to walk the earth. You know what I'm saying? If you're here and you're not benefiting this country to them directly, they want you gone. Put that nigga in the prison, kill him. He's a lazy bastard. He ain't helping me.
Right.
He ain't putting no money in my family pocket. That's the spirit we in. Right? Keep reading.
Come.
Spirit, they're in us. We're not in that spirit. They in us. Go ahead.
And not I grieve with those that rise up against thee.
Right. People that rising up against you. Right? And don't look at that as your brother all the time. Your brother is oppressed just like you are. He ain't always rising up against you because he's frustrated sometimes. What happened with black violence, right? People don't realize we're crammed to these neighborhoods, these places together. We got to wait a long line there where we go. So the smallest thing, you're walking past somebody every day that's a ticking time bomb. Right? That person that been through a line, he got to go get his new star ID. He got to go pay this doggone insurance. He got to go pick up the kids by 3 o'clock. He got to get the kid to somewhere he can go back to work. He got to make sure the kids ate.
Right.
And he got to go back to work. And you're going to come to your job You coming in wherever he working at with attitude. Yeah, that brother might hurt you.
Right.
That brother might hurt you that day. That sister might have an attitude. She might say something that make you want to hurt her. We don't give a damn about the next person's problem no more. We're walking around our own little world. That type of thought process breeds anger and it breeds sin.
Okay. So,
All right, go ahead.
like I may say.
Go ahead.
Man, I was gonna say David's spirit, man, we all should have that spirit right there.
Right.
We supposed to be hating with the Lord hate and we come against the Lord.
Exactly.
And we call ourselves we call ourselves trying to be followers of Christ,
Right.
trying to get to the kingdom of God.
Right.
We all should be hating the thing that the Lord hates, and anything going against it, we should be hating that too.
Right. I think that's in that scripture. Say, I hate what he hates. Yeah, read that.
Okay.
Read.
And it say, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee.
Right.
Verse 22. I hate them with a perfect hatred.
Perfect hatred, man. That perfect hatred, man. You gotta understand that means that perfect hatred make you a warrior. That make you a better man every day of your life. When you think about a perfect hatred, that's a righteous hatred because you're hating those who want to oppress your people.
Right.
To where I'm gonna be a better father to my child. I'm gonna stay with my woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna build my family. I'm gonna stay close to my brother.
Right.
I'm not gonna let nothing make me and my brother fall out because I hate my enemies.
Mm.
I'm not gonna let them watch us fall apart. I'm gonna go to my brother and say, man, let's work this out. I love you. Let's fix this, man. Fuck Salakas. Forget that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to be in that spirit with your brother because you hate them. Like, nah, bro, we ain't going out like that. Let's talk about that. How much you need? What I owe you? What you owe me? Let's work that out. What you owe me, let's forget it.
Right.
Don't worry about it. You don't owe me nothing no more. If I owe you something, here, take everything in my pocket. We good?
Right.
That's what you want because you hate them. But if you don't hate them and you want to please them, you're going to hate the man in front of you. You're going to hate that brother that's in front of you right there in that Popeye's chicken line. Like you fighting over that Popeye's, everyone about no damn chicken sandwich. Everybody fighting was oppressed by something else. I wish they had a machine. You can look at somebody's face, oh, okay, just lost his job, just this. You know what I'm saying? Old money. Just got beat up by a husband. Just lost his job. Just got shot at. Can't afford his rent. We argue about a chicken sandwich. Nah, that ain't how that go. It's way more to it every time.
Right.
But if the oppressor walking that door, you step and fetch it. You laugh and joke. Where that smile came from? Why I couldn't get that smile?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Why you couldn't force that smile on your face for me when you saw me? When you saw them coming on the damn elevator and you stepping and fetching. Stop that. That's why you hate your brother. You can't get that energy up to us and them. It don't work like that. You give me energy up over there to somebody who don't care about you when you can gain a person and say, you know what, let's fix this. You do it all the time. If you ain't in this truth, I know you do. I did it before I came in. I didn't know. You're not even paying attention to it. Pay attention to how you act when another nation. I'm talking about so-called Caucasian, or Arab, or African, or Chinese, or Asian. Pay attention to how your spirit changes when they come around. It's almost like you don't even catch it. You like, oh, come on, buddy. I see it all the time. I'm looking like, damn, was I like that? Was I that bad? But your brother and sister, man, what you talking about? Nigga, get out of my face, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Just so dismissive with each other. That spirit also brings anger. You might ain't really meant that, but you were so busy trying to focus on your oppressor that you couldn't focus on your brother and sister. All right? Keep going.
So verse 22. I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them my enemies.
Right.
Verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts.
Understand that. Because you learn the spirit of what when you hate what God hates, it's always gonna come out righteous. It's gonna look evil in the beginning. Like right now, stuff we do, somebody look evil to people, right? It may look evil, I tell you, the white man of devil, or Arab not my brother, or African is not my brother, or Asian, or I only care about blacks, Hispanic, Native American. I don't celebrate any holidays or birthdays. That sounds very evil to people who are caught up in this world. I hate what God hates. He just said he hates your feast days. He hates Esau. All the other nations are nothing to him. That's what the Bible says. The same Bible that we grew up on. That's what the scriptures say. And it reigns true in our life that those people hate us. You gonna say something? Go ahead.
It's crazy because all the things that the Lord hates, we love.
Right.
And then the things that the Lord loves, we hate. Like his people. He loves his people.
And the crazy part about it, we were really taught to love them things.
Right.
Right? Because you don't never celebrate a child's birthday. They don't hate you for not celebrating their birthday. Children are taught when they're young to celebrate Christmas. And they get older, a man will get put out of his home. Or you will get divorced from a man you say you love because you were taught Christmas. So we're taught to love things that the Most High hates. When we got to be retaught. Hebrews 5:12 says, when you ought to be teaching somebody, you really need to be retaught. It's saying that for a reason. We got to come to a point where forget what you were taught as a child. Be retaught how to live in the eyes of God and watch how things change for us as a people. You know, we've been talking this whole class about how all the hate and anger that breeds sin come from you worried about your personal wants all the time. Stop worrying about what you personally think is the best thing, what you think is good, what you think is the best thing to do, right? And pay attention to what's going on around you and get involved with that. And I ain't just talking about no activist community. I'm talking about following. You got to start with following the laws of God and telling people around you to follow the laws of God. That's what you got to start off with. Anything else you're doing, mentorship program, cleanup, whatever else you're doing, if you leaving the laws of God out, it ain't going to work out. Look at the Black Panther. Black Panther overall was a righteous movement, right? Had a righteous backing. You had a food program when you started off free lunch. You had protecting arms. You were bearing arms. You talked to the white man like he supposed to have been talked to. You handled your business. You was all in the Senate. The laws of God weren't there. They allowed drugs, prostitution, hatred among each other. All them things are sin. You telling me that ain't no telling what they could have been if the laws of God would have been implemented in that.
Right.
Let's not talk about what happened with the Muslims, right? They had a powerful thing going, but that was the completely wrong God. Now you got 5 different kind of Muslims all over the place. And it's not helping the black community. Because Muslims will talk about Ramadan. You sell drugs from sundown. What's that? You're a drug dealer can still sell drugs. But Ramadan, I'm gonna wait till the sun go down before I kill a nigga. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We can't do that. These laws of God don't think will prevent you even understand that you cannot be angry with your brother. All right? What else you got?
Come on, verse 24.
Was that it on that?
Yes, it was.
All right, give me Proverbs 8 and 13. All right, because we got to understand that. Understanding God, if you are really fearing the Most High God, there is a level of hate that you have to have. Right? Proverbs 8 and, what I say?
13.
8 and 13, that's right.
Okay. The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
You got to hate evil, man. We just told you, and don't get construed what evil is and good is. Good is following the laws of God. It's not what you think is good. Saul just told you that. Don't go off what you think is good. What does the Lord say is good? What does the Lord say is evil? He think your Christmas is evil. He think your Valentine's, your New Year's, whatever holiday that's not in this Bible is evil. He think your Sunday service is evil. Think it's a game. Is that the holy day he gave you? Or is it Sabbath day when you're supposed to have Sabbath service?
Right.
If you're a man, you go to camp. If you can take off work, you take off. That's what the Lord said. But we think it's a game. we're gonna switch the days up how we feel comfortable because I'm off that day, or that's the day you chose, or that's the day that Constantine chose.
Right.
It's not the Lord's day. He hates your Sunday service.
Right.
Because what you doing on Sundays? You go eat. You go and eat on Sundays, right? That's your feast day. He hated it. That was Amos what? 4 and 6 we just got? No, it's like Amos 5 and 21. We just got there for you. Right? Keep going.
Come on. Pride and arrogancy in the evil way.
That is the key reason why people don't want to come into this truth. Pride and arrogance. You've been doing this for 30, 40, 50 years, or saw somebody else doing it. Well, how can they be wrong when they got this and they got that? That's a setup for you. If you want to start looking at something, you know how people like to be arrogant and make everything about you. Mm-hmm. It trips me out because our people make everything about them except following God. Right? When you follow God, you cannot imagine how a conspiracy is against you as a Black and Hispanic Native American man and woman that should have chosen people of God. But when it comes to being a brother or sister, you can make that say, I'm worried about me. I don't care about nobody else. Why you can't like that for your people?
Right.
Why you can't be selfish when it comes to who you love, who you respect, who you gonna treat a certain way? But when it comes to something you personally want, you can have that spirit in you. When it comes to this Bible, you don't look at it as I'm that special to God. Because you want to be that special to the world. You want to be that special and get gratitude like Saul. Saul wanted that. He wanted the fame that David had. When David really wasn't looking for that, David was just a man after the Most High's own heart.
Right.
And the fame came with it. He was the chosen one. He accepted what he was supposed to be doing. Saul wanted to cheat the system and still get the glory. He ended up hating his brother to where it became the death of him. All right? Keep going.
Okay. And the forward mouth do I hate.
A forward mouth means just somebody that talk crazy. You say anything to get by. You have no honor in what come out of your mouth. All right? Like your pastor, he has no honor in what come out of his mouth. He's not speaking the word of God. He's speaking something that he knows is going to make you say, oh, yeah. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Make you feel good. He's not, because if he didn't have a forward mouth, he would look in this Bible and see these Israelites out here. I want to look for the pastor that's going to say, you know what? Man, I've been teaching y'all wrong all this time.
Right.
I've been teaching y'all wrong all this time, man. I've been telling y'all. I want to see who going to be. If that pastor love you, he should do that. Like, I see Captain y'all eating these pastors to sleep, and that's pride. What he just said. Captain y'all be eating. That pastor should go back and say, damn, let me just turn my church over to these brothers. What pastor gonna do that in 2025? Because you can't stand up on the Bible that you hold in your hand and you're reading words from. We breaking that down every week all over the country now. So how are you still standing up? You got a forward mouth, man. You got the people hyped up on your fascinating, you know, I guess you got a little swag. I guess the swagger or whatever people caught up in these days. Right? You're soothsaying these people into a hellhole that they're living in every day. When they come to your house, they dress up nice and want to act like everything is good. Right? Keep going.
That's it. Let's go to 14.
Say it again.
You want me to go to 14? That was it on.
That was it on that. Yeah, go to Proverbs 29:10. Right? Because you gotta understand something. That spirit of Cain and Saul, it's a spiritual thing that's going on right now. Now we want, and a good part about hatred, right? The hatred that we have for our oppressors is going to bring about the destruction of Babylon. That's what we got to look at. If you learn to righteously hate the right things, is gonna bring about the destruction of this place. That's why you gotta understand how to use hate. You gotta hate false ways, hate lying, hate whoredom. You have to hate it. Be so against it to where your family is protected from your hatred. Because you love everything, that means everything come in your household. Anything come around your children. If you love everybody. If you hate some things, your children get protected.
Right. Right.
It's just works like that. You can't be okay with it or you're gonna be Dwayne Wade. That's what Dwayne Wade has nothing. He stands on nothing.
Right.
You talk to Dwayne Wade, he has no principles of life.
Right.
If his son came to him and said, I like men, right? Well, he might make the boy stay a girl. So like if his son, if his son came to him today and said, Daddy, I don't want to do this no more. I want to try a girl out. Right? He ain't gonna say, all right, son, do that. He gonna say, okay. You know what I'm saying? When he should have been a father and said, you like girls, bro. Or don't like nobody at all. You ain't gotta have sex at all. No, that don't. You won't have to have sex. Just be yourself and don't be with nobody, but you can't be that.
Right.
That's what a father should have said. But he let the child decide what he wants. And he took advantage of it and became, kept his name in the spotlight. Him and that evil bitch. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's like that boy Wade went so deep to the point that if his son ever even think about, you know what, I don't want to do this no more, he didn't cut his rod off.
Oh, he cut his rod off already?
Oh,
I did not know that. I did not. He cut his rod off. You sure about that?
Cut his son rod off.
Yeah, I did not know that. That bastard. That's crazy, man. Yeah. So that boy decided that he made that mistake. Ain't nothing he can even do about it. That's evil, man. That's evil, man. He's a horrible father.
Right.
Horrible. That boy might look up one day and say, what the hell am I doing?
Right.
And my father stood there and let me do it. Yeah. That's sickening, man. I did not know that. That's sickening. That's crazy. That's why you got to have real fathers in the home. Counseling. Dwayne Wade, him to let his son even do that. Something happened with Dwayne Wade. Yeah. Had to. Okay. For him to just not have that kind of, oh, man, to get out top. You threw me off with that one. I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. He has no morals. So you have to have something guarding your home. You got to hate some things to keep them out, or they're going to come in your house. They own this phone. The children have these phones.
Right.
I think every child 7 or older right now probably has some kind of electronic device in their house or in their hands. And the enemy know how to attack them. They're putting it in front of it. You start seeing, I remember years ago, I would see SpongeBob acting real sassy. I'm like, what is that? Mm-hmm. I didn't even know what the creator was LGBTQ. I didn't know that. I remember thinking, I'm like, why he acting like that? What is that about? He was all sassy and doing that, and I called him like, man, I don't like that. Come to find out, that's what was behind it. It's there, so you gotta be a certain way to prevent that, because your child will come and tell you this is how I am, and they doing it, and the way it is, you ain't got their mind right, they gonna do it, it's gonna be too late when they tell you about it. It's gonna be too late. They're already there. They've done it. They've been in one of these parties, they've done it. They're just trying to figure out how they're gonna tell you about it. Don't be that, man. Don't let that happen to you. Whether you're in the house or not in the house, you gotta hate some things. You gotta hate evil. That is evil. Go ahead.
So, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 10. The bloodthirsty hate the upright.
Right. The blood. When you upright, people that are bloodthirsty hate you. They're gonna want something to happen to you. That's when you're really in the truth. When you start moving a certain way and people just hate you just because, you in the truth, man. You really in the truth. That's when you know you're doing the right thing.
Right. People
are happy something happened. When your family members say, where your brother's at, you doing something right out. Don't even get mad. You know, your brother's on the way. You know that brother's coming. When your family hits you with that, when something go wrong, you're doing the right thing. Yeah. Right? When somebody try to throw this truth in your face, or something bad had you go to jail for OT. You know what I'm saying? You lose your job. They looking for it.
Mhm.
That's bloodthirst. They want something to happen. It's gonna get to a point to where, like we were talking about 2 weeks ago, we're gonna get back to that point to where they will physically attack us. It will be orders for them to attack men speaking out of the truth. That time coming back. You know what I'm saying? That will be, they're gonna get mad about that. Trump making it right now. He's making laws that's put in place right now. I hear about the anti-white bill. Anti-white bill. You got a bill where you can't hate the white man, right? You can't speak out, right?
That's crazy.
That's what they got going on right now. You got the nerve to make a bill where the white man is more protected than what he already is. They got the Asian hate bill. Them people are not getting hated. Got the LGBT hate bill. Who the hell what LGBT person got hung or killed by the police? What a hate bill for the people that actually getting killed? That's the time that we in, man. Keep reading on that. So that's why your hate has to start bringing about the downfall of this place. You gotta hate it so much to where the Lord, the trumpet starts sounding. Go ahead.
Okay. But the just seek his soul.
If you are a just man and you see a righteous man among you, the righteous thing for you to do is to seek that man. So what does it mean to seek the soul?
Like the slot.
Mm-hmm. I say you're doing the right thing, I want your soul. What that mean?
To get I would say salaki. I would say to have a person like wholeheartedly doing what the Lord wants them to do.
Yeah, but a little bit more bring it home. What's the purpose of counsel? What's the true purpose of counsel? Anybody online? I give you the gain of brother. When you say you want that brother's soul, you want that brother with you. If I'm in here in the ISUPK and I see you out, I want your soul. I want you in here with us. I mean, when you came in and got your name, your Hebrew name, you became an officer, the heavens rejoice because your soul belongs to the Most High God. You got that oil on your head, brother or sister, man, a child, we got your soul. We in control of your soul. When I mean, not no hocus pocus, that means I want to be a part of bringing you in here and helping you make life decisions. I'm in control of your soul.
Right.
I'm your camp leader is over your soul at the end of the day.
Right.
He wants you to join so he can help you make decisions throughout your day with your child, your wife, your habits, your demons. That's somebody that wants your soul to get to the Most High, of course. That's why when you get your oil on your head, the heavens rejoicing. When the scriptures say that the angels rejoice when you bring them. I don't know the exact scripture, but the scripture that say the angels actually rejoice whenever a brother joins, whenever a brother gets that oil on his head and wholeheartedly decides to change who he is, a man, a woman, a child. So if you're a righteous person and you're doing righteous things, you want that righteous person around you. But a bloodthirsty person wants to hurt you. Right?
Right.
Like Saul, like Cain. That's speak. All right? That also is how you build a nation. All right? Let's get one more. Give me Revelation 14:7. This will be the last one. Revelations 14 and 7. Because you got to be in that spirit, man. You got to understand this is the warfare that you're in. And who you love and who you hate is going to decide a lot of things in your life in these last days. We are in the last days. I don't care. When I say last day, I'm not talking about tomorrow, next week. Could be 20, 30 years. That's considered the last days. Think about it. You knew for a fact the world was going to end in 30 years. That's a short time, man. If you over 30, you know time and flew. Right? You like, damn, I'm 30, 40 years old. Damn. That's how it go. So don't think that's a light thing. That's why you want to be a part of something now. I'm gladly gonna say if I died today, I've brought brothers and sisters coming to the truth. I've influenced somebody to want to do the right thing. That's something I would die today happy with. You know what I'm saying? I died, people around me knew what I was about, what I stood on. Right. And that person will remember me and say, man, that brother told me this. That brother was talking about this. You know what I'm saying? That's how you want to go out. When a lot of times, understand something. The prophets that's in the Bible, people didn't really respect them till they was dead. When they was here, oh, like, man, nigga crazy. But they died, got killed, got their head chopped off. Then they like, damn, I see what he was talking about. That's how it goes sometimes. So you can't be afraid of that. You can't be afraid to stand up and hate certain things now and love who you're supposed to love now. And if you go the rest of your life and everybody around you don't get it, they're going to get it when you're gone. All right. They'll get it. It's going to happen. Because you're a part of something that's bigger than you. This ain't about me standing up with the under the shield, teaching this class. This ain't about Ron Gun. This ain't about me. Right? This is about us starting something well, a foundation of men and women come behind us. It's like Jeremy Hunter did. It's like the men before he did. This is because a man decided to keep it going and keep fighting for something. Right. So this place can fall. 1969 was not a long time ago, bro. That's not a long time ago. It's a short time. We have the school with Isupk has not been here a very long time. 1969, it was right around the corner. You have parents that were alive in 1969. Right? Keep going.
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 7. Saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him.
Right. When they go there, fear God again. We hate evil. Follow laws. Keep going.
Okay. For the hours of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven.
Right. Keep going.
And the earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. Verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen.
That's what we're doing this for, man. You fear the Lord. What does it mean to fear the Lord? We just read it. Fear the Lord means hate evil. You gotta hate certain things about this place, man. And then we're gonna be able to say Babylon is fallen. So that when I tell you that hate brings about destruction, it can destroy your community if it's unrighteous. And if it's righteous, it can destroy this kingdom that's against us. So you gotta pick the kind of hate you're gonna use. You gotta be in control of who you hate and don't hate. And make sure it's righteous. If you got a perfect hatred, you're not gonna go to jail for being stupid. Right. So like I said, that brother who killed that officer, but that brother life gone right. There's other ways he could have handled it. Right? Other ways he could have done that. Now it looked good on paper that he went and killed that officer, right? Let's rewind that. Why was your son stealing cars? Let's go back to the root of things. The officer was wrong as hell, and that's the time we getting in. That's why more brothers got to bring their sons in here. Like Officer Marag got his son in here. To prevent your son from being out and stealing cars. Right. That's what I'm telling you. I can't say I wouldn't have wanted to kill that officer about that brother. I'm not saying that I know how I would have felt in that situation. I'm telling you, I hate them bastards so much I'm not going to allow my child to be in that situation. I'm going to prevent if he hated who he supposed to hate it in the beginning, that boy wouldn't have been stealing cars, running with a weapon. Yeah, it's getting frustrating that we keep getting killed. Let's stop giving them an opportunity to kill us.
Right.
Let's stop doing that. So now your life, both of y'all life gone. Because we don't know how far the laws of God, man. That's what it's boiling down to. To protect your family. Ask that brother what his nationality is. He does not know. Like, I know what city was that in? Do we know? I can guarantee whatever city it was in, we got a school there. I know we do. I guarantee I would bet $1 in my pocket. Ohio. Oh, I mean, you got 4 captains in that area. Captain Mavakar, Captain Kapas, Napatazal. Listen, it's in that area. You and your son could have been right at camp. We posted pictures. We got 2 brothers with their sons at camp. That's the time. That's the only thing gonna save your children.
Right.
Instead of them learning how to hate each other and be angry and get a so-called oppressor or excuse to kill them, man. But then we got any questions? All right. With that, we're gonna have Isupk Law Class and Isupk Law when of Israel. You got on phone?
We are the ISUPK, Star of Woodland West, Hollywood 25th Street, West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for the new brothers and sisters. When their new brothers and sisters come to the school, there are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if their brother or sister has interest in particular person, or he or she must get permission from the head to speak for another brother or sister. There is another 6 months which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 months, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Times which is commandment. Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8 and 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase that was given you. Get treasure the part of the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whosoever amount will like or come in the holy congregation. Announce holy congregation from the sheep. Remain Akim to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone want to be a trooper in school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, man, Israel, Amajim, Barak, Masbatah, curse salute to the sisters, Barak, Masbatah, class dismissed.
Shalom. This is the All Israelite